David Soul is an American and British actor and singer best known for his iconic role as Detective Kenneth Hutchinson in the iconic series Starsky Hutch. Now at 80, Soul is dealing with serious health issues, including COPD. Despite his challenges, he's left a lasting legacy as a beloved and respected figure in popular culture. Join Facts Verse as we present David Soul's health is failing him at 80 years old. Early life. David Soul, born David Richard Solberg on August 28, 1943 in Chicago, is an actor and singer. He was born into a religious family. His father, Dr. Richard Solberg, was a Lutheran minister and served as a senior representative for the organization Lutheran World Relief during the reconstruction of Germany after World War II. Because of his father's work, Soul spent part of his childhood in Berlin, where he attended the Berlin American High School. He began his career as a folk singer, performing under the name The Covered Man in clubs and on television. He appeared on The Merv Griffin Show in 1966, where he revealed his identity and began using his real name. He transitioned into acting, appearing in several TV shows in the late 60s, including Flipper, I Dream of Jeannie, and Star Trek. His big break came in 1975 when he was cast as Hutch in Starsky and Hutch opposite Paul Michael Glaser. Career highlights. Starsky and Hutch was a massive success and garnered a huge following. It ran for 4 seasons and remains one of the most popular and enduring TV shows of the 70s. And alongside his acting career, Soul enjoyed success as a singer. His single Don't Give Up on Us reached number 1 on the UK singles chart in 1977 and also topped the charts in other countries. His other hit single, Silver Lady, also reached number 1 in the UK in 1977. He released several albums, including David Soul, Playing to an Audience of One, and Band of Friends. Soul starred in the TV adaptation of Stephen King's novel Salem's Lot. He played the lead role of Ben Mears, a writer who returns to his hometown to discover the residents are becoming vampires. Soul has also had a successful stage career, appearing in productions of Blood Brothers in the West End, Jerry Springer the Opera at the National Theatre in London, and the national tour of Tell Me on a Sunday. He made his directorial debut in the 1993 TV movie Catcher, a crime thriller about a former baseball player who becomes involved in a criminal underworld. Throughout his career, David Soul has shown his versatility as an artist, achieving success in music, television, film, and theater. Friendship with Paul Michael Glaser. David Soul and Paul Michael Glaser shared a long-time working relationship and friendship that began when they were cast as the lead characters in Starsky and Hutch. The chemistry between the two was palpable and contributed to the show's success and its enduring popularity. During filming, Soul and Glaser developed a close friendship on and off the set. Their friendship was so strong, they even lived next door to each other at one point. Despite the intense filming schedule and the pressures of sudden fame, both actors have spoken in interviews about the support they provided each other during this time. After the show ended in 1979, both Soul and Glaser continued to work in the entertainment industry, pursuing various acting, directing, and musical projects. They have occasionally reunited for Starsky and Hutch-related events like fan conventions and car shows. In 2004, they both made cameo appearances in the Starsky and Hutch film adaptation starring Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. In interviews, both actors have spoken warmly about their friendship and the impact Starsky and Hutch had on their lives and careers. Although they have both led busy lives and pursued separate careers since the show ended, they've remained friends and have a deep respect for each other. Marriages and family. David Soul has had a tumultuous personal life, marked by several marriages and relationships. His first marriage was to Mirriam Solberg, née Russeth. They were married in 1964 and had one child together, a son named Christopher. The couple divorced in 1965. Soul then married actress Karen Carlson in 1968. The couple met on the set of the TV series Here Come the Brides. They had one child together, a son named Brendan. However, their marriage ended in divorce in 1977. After his divorce from Carlson, Soul married actress Patti Carnel in 1980. They had 3 children together, 2 sons, John and Tyler, and a daughter, China. This marriage also ended in divorce in 1986. Soul then married actress Julia Nickson in 1987. They had 1 child together, a daughter named Selene. However, they divorced in 1993. In 2010, Soul married Helen Snell, a British woman he had been dating since 2002. The couple reportedly met that year when Soul was in Britain performing in a stage production of Death Trap. Throughout his life, Soul has had 6 children from his various marriages. He's faced challenges in his personal life, including struggles with alcohol addiction and legal issues related to domestic violence. But despite these challenges, he has continued to work in the entertainment industry and has remained active in various charitable causes. Illnesses. Over the past decade, Soul has faced several health challenges. He suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, commonly referred to as COPD, a chronic inflammatory lung disease that causes difficulty in breathing. But perhaps his biggest challenge came in 2017. He needed a hip replacement surgery, and while that can be a challenging process, it shouldn't be a life-threatening one. However, he slipped into a coma after the surgery. He was in the intensive care unit for the following 10 weeks, and doctors later revealed they presumed he wouldn't be able to make it. He was transferred to palliative care as everyone waited for him to pass away. And yet, David persisted and made it through. He spent a total of 72 days in intensive care and had to have a tracheostomy while there, as well as being put on a ventilator to breathe for him. Soul has said at that point he couldn't walk, talk, or do anything. Eventually, he was transferred to the Royal Free Hospital in London as a last-ditch effort. It worked, and the treatments there saved him. Soul gave credit to the strength and care of his wife, Helen. He said, quote, "I am a fighter, and I did fight my way through this thing, there's no question about it. But without Helen, I never would have made it. She's magnificent." In 2020, Soul sued the UK's National Health Service over a surgery he had in 2013, which he claimed left him with nerve damage and mobility issues. That lawsuit was reportedly settled in 2021, with Soul receiving a 6-figure sum in compensation. Soul is now 80 years old and still has to deal with various illnesses and their effects on him over the years. But he continues on despite not really being able to sing or perform much. But he's enjoying life with Helen and trying to stay as healthy as possible and with a positive outlook. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that David Soul nearly died after spending 72 days in intensive care? Let us know in the comments section below.